So I thought I'd try a little helicopter, although I'm a bit nervous because this is a fixed pitch helicopter and the wind's getting up. And fixed pitch helicopter, well, any helicopter can be tricky to fly in the wind, but especially fixed pitch helicopters are very hard to do much with. You have to take the canopy off to put the battery in this, which is not the best design. Yeah, we're bound there, I think, and everything. But now I've got to put I've got to rather awkwardly get the canopy back on over the blithering battery to fly the thing. It's not great design, seriously. Ow, my finger's tangled up in things there. Yeah, I mean, really, it's not, you gotta put these little, there you go, you gotta put those. We do have throttle cut on.
Throttle cut off. Throttle cut on.
Now this guy is fixed pitch, so he does not have an idle up mode. I'm just worried about that wind getting up. It's died down a bit again now, but that windsock was horizontal a few moments ago. It's not a good sign. If there's enough wind to make the windsock horizontal, this guy's going to struggle to fly. Well, more to the point, I'm going to have a struggle to get him back, because the only way you can get a fixed pitch helicopter down is to reduce power, but then when you reduce power they tend to get blown downwind. Maybe we'll start nose out rather than nose in. It's a bit easier, it doesn't really make much difference. But now this guy does have stabilization, although his skids have a bit of a tendency to get caught in the wind, in the grass. There we go. You've got to free him up from the ground. See how he's drifting in the wind already? He's just drifting away there in the wind. Yeah. I can't control him. He's just drifting away in the wind. Hope he's okay. But that was a power off landing in the long grass. I just cut the power and let him fall into the long grass there because I couldn't. He was just going to go away. This is the problem. Maybe if we nose him into the wind, which direction that's the wind is. Well, I don't know why he was going that way. It looks like the wind's going the other way, but I don't know. It decidedly looks as if the wind's going this way. I don't know. Yeah, when the wind's going that way, I don't know. Nope. Yeah, I want him to come. He also doesn't seem to have much power, which, I mean, this battery's fully charged. Maybe we need a new battery, but this battery doesn't look at all puffed. I think this is the battery that came with him, actually. Come on. See what I mean? When I tilt him in his nose forward, he hardly moves forward at all. And he's doing this thing of buggering off over there again. Come back here. He's doing it again, isn't he? He's just buggering off. I don't know. He seems to... We really need to fly him where there's no wind so we can trim him and things. Because I'm not going to be able to trim him in this wind, I don't think, sensibly. The very first time I flew this, the blade just touched, one of the blades just touched the grass and it stripped that gear, but it wasn't that gear. That gear's a third-party gear. The original gear, the main gear that comes in, is very weak. Now, because you want the main gear to be somewhat weak, because you'd rather the main gear strips than the head wrecks. You know, so the main gear is something that's supposed to go, but the main gear on these just goes really easily. I forget who this is from, this one, but it's considerably tougher than the main gear that comes with the thing. I just want to put him in the air briefly one more time. I'm really not trying to fly, but I just want to see if he still goes in the air okay, and then we'll bring him out, or take him indoors maybe, and fly him with no wind, so then we can trim him properly. Yeah, the hell with that. Yeah, I think we'll just leave him at that, because he really needs to be flying in conditions with essentially no wind. And he may be a bit out of trim as well, because he seemed to be getting into this thing where he just wanted to wander off sideways, and that might have been because of the wind. See, the wind is blowing that way now. The wind keeps changing direction. That's the other problem. So maybe that was the wind blowing him there, because the wind is blowing that way now. I don't know. I think we had best never put your hand near a helicopter without putting throttle cut on. Helicopters are even worse than planes that way. It can really hurt you. He also doesn't like grass very much, because his skids sort of get caught in the grass. Could probably do with he's a 3-cell, see, 800 milliamp hour battery. I think we'll leave him for today. He really doesn't like flying in wind, and he could possibly do with a new battery, since the battery, although this battery looks perfect, it's not even a teeny bit puffed, and it seems to charge fine, but it doesn't seem, well, it's been a while since I flew him. I don't remember how much power he had. Maybe he never had much more power than that, I don't know. He does have a brushless, actually it looks as if he has both brushless main motor and a brushless tail motor. There's a separate tail motor, but they're both brushless apparently. Oh, you see, I think that links transfer, I think that didn't come with the helicopter. I think that was the part, that was who I got the higher, better quality main gear from, was links. Anyway, you know, haven't been doing much helicopter flying recently, but this guy is, as I say, he's a fixed pitch, flybarless helicopter, so, you know, I mean, he's sort of, kind of a rival to things like the WL Toys V912 and V913, and frankly, they're probably better value for money. But, you know, I mean, if you want to fly a fixed pitch flybarless helicopter, problem with fixed pitch helicopters is, it's, as I say, it's really hard to fly them in any wind, much, because it's just hard to get them to come upwind. And this guy's probably even worse for that than some of the others, because he's not over endowed with power. Oh well, we'll do some more. I'm going to do some more helicopter flying, but I don't know whether you can see much of it on the YouTube channel, because we're going to be going indoors fairly soon. I'll be doing some flying indoors at the community centre, but I don't usually video there because it's noisy and there's tons of people there usually. It's a busy event. Anyway, there you are. A brief outing with the Blade 200 SRX.